Hello, I'm Barry Winbolt, and this is Tinycast. Today, I'm talking about being qualified. How this happened was that I got a call a few days ago from a friend who has another friend, and the other friend is in distress. And the guy who called me said, "Well, Barry, I just thought I'd give you a call because I'm not qualified." And I responded, well, as I always do, since when were you not qualified to be a human being? Because when we're in distress, that's what we need, first and foremost. Empathy, support, a shoulder to cry on, presence, a listening ear, whatever it happens to be. Friends don't come to us in the sense when they need help that we are qualified. And I think it's a bit of a cop-out. But I also think professionals, or the professionalization of everything, has led us to this position where we believe we actually can't help our fellow human beings. It requires an expert to do it. So I'm here to say it doesn't, and there's a lot we can do before we get to this point. Or to that point, the point of needing an expert. And I'm going to give you 4 reasons why I think that is. 4 reasons why I think you don't have to be qualified, particularly in the initial stages, to offer a helping hand or just a listening ear. And the important thing is that we are a social species. So the first thing I'd say is that we've survived throughout our evolution by helping each other, by living in social groups, by supporting each other, by listening, by chastising, by talking, and all of those things. It's only, 150 years ago that professionals really started to appear on the scene. And it's probably in the last 70 or 80 years only that we've been taught that we have to go for professional help, particularly, by the way, if it's anything concerning emotions, mental health, or general well-being. And particularly anything from the neck up, as I often say. Anything in the mind, you've got to be qualified to help. Well, you haven't. That's wrong, because humans haven't always had these professionals around. That's not to say that professionals aren't important, and of course I'm one. But what I'm really saying here is, in the initial stages, there'll be times when you actually have to go and get professional help, or when somebody will need professional help. But for the earlier part of the journey, that's certainly not the case. We are able to support each other. So the first thing I'd say is that if you're feeling you're not qualified and somebody needs help, just ask yourself if that's really, could that be a bit of a cop-out? Am I just avoiding being a supportive friend by believing I have to actually have some sort of qualification to be supportive? So the first thing is you don't have to be qualified to be a human being. The second thing is we're a social species. Experts are a new thing, and we need to remember that socially we've supported each other in social groups, in communities, for most of our history on the planet. And third thing is, you never know the power of a positive gesture. Now, there's another little problem in this, isn't there? That when somebody brings us a problem, we think very often our automatic reaction is we want to help and we want to fix it for them. But most of it you can't fix. People have to fix their own problems. Most of the stuff that happens to us in life, if a shelf falls off a wall, maybe you can go and fix it. But if it's a broken spirit, or they're depressed or fed up or grieving, or a broken relationship, you can't fix that for them. You can just be supportive. Remember, you never know the power of a positive gesture. And indeed, research has shown that the casual interactions throughout the day, so-called weak ties or loose links, actually play a vital role in living a fulfilling life. So even when you're not actually acting to support somebody, just having social interaction can be helpful. The other thing about this I'm not qualified thing, but you're going to help anyway, is less is more. It links a bit to this idea of fixing things for people. Actually, it's presence. It's a listening ear, as I said right at the beginning. It's the feeling that we're being heard and understood. That is very often support enough for people. If they need professional expert help, they can go off and find it elsewhere. But in my view, don't ever turn away somebody because you think you're not qualified. This has been a Tinycast. I'm Barry Winbolt. If you found this interesting, please like, share, or comment. You'll find more on this topic on my blog at barrywinbolt.com. Have a great day. All the best. Bye for now.